Suicide is intensely personal.
For the first time on TV, Sac State President Robert Nelsen and his wife are talking about a day that changed their lives forever, the day their son committed suicide.
Only on CBS 13, how President Nelsen is turning a tragic event into a way to help thousands of students on the Sac State campus. Behind each of these backpacks is a story.
He was a mountain climber. He was a black belt in karate. He had finished a computer engineering degree.
A story of someone who was loved.
He had a tough exterior, but he had a soft interior.
A story of one of the 2,100 students who die from suicide in the U.S. every year.
He had the biggest heart. He reached out. He was always the one that everybody went to.
April 8th, 2001 is a day that Robert and Jody Nelsen will never forget. The day their 25-year-old son, Seth, committed suicide. The day police knocked on their door.
It was to tell me that they had found him. Some people had seen him. He hung himself.
Jody was on a business trip in Florida.
He called me. It was late at night, and I was in the hotel room, and I just kept saying, no, 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 no. I mean, that's all I could say.
The Nelsens, like many people who lose a loved one to suicide, were shocked.
Seth lived in the town next to us, had his own apartment, had a good job, seemed to be doing very well.
He had had bouts with depression, but the Nelsens say he was improving.
Every indication we had was that while he had struggled as a teenager with depression and been hospitalized a couple of times, that he had moved on and was doing well.
Seth had hobbies, friends, and plans.
These are when he got his black belt. He found structure in it, and yeah, it was really wonderful. He was just a very giving, sensitive kid.
But Seth did not give them the one thing they may have needed the most. He didn't leave a note or a reason why.
I don't think it's something he planned. I think it was an impulse, and it just breaks my heart because I think he would have had a wonderful life.
And Seth is not alone. According to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, 117 people die by suicide every day, more than 42,000 each year. And it's the third leading cause of death among young people ages 15 to 24.
For me, it's been a struggle, but it's a struggle to accept that this is what happened. And I feel like if I don't accept that, because it was his choice, if I don't accept it, I don't honor him.
A struggle for each of them personally and as a couple.
It was hard.
The statistics are that about 60 to 80% of couples get a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jody has always been my best friend. It was hard. You look at each other and you don't know how to talk anymore. You don't know what to say, you know, and you're both grieving. And when there's that much grief in the house, that's hard.
But they persevered, stayed together, worked through the daily grief, and then made a major life decision.
The new dorms that are over there that are being built are really going to be very nice.
Leaving their Texas home for a new start in California 14 months ago to join Sacramento State, where Robert is now at the helm as president.
When people ask about, do you have any children? Our answer is always, we have 30,600 children. It is very personal. When in orientation, when the parents come, I said, moms and dads, we'll take care of them. They're no longer yours, they're mine.
When the Nelsens came to campus, they made it a mission to protect the lives of the students there, taking an active role in suicide prevention and mental health counseling for their Hornet family.
This is personal. Personal to all of us out here. Jody and I lost our son, Seth, to suicide.
Sac State holds a Take Back the Night event, a suicide prevention walk, and the Nelsens have established programs in Seth's name to help students through hardships too.
It's important to know here that we've got counselors that know and can help and do help all the time. We've got faculty who really care, who will be there for you. We've got staff and student affairs. There's so many advisors that can help. There are just so many people that will help you.
And as they continue their mission, the Nelsens have a message for anyone who's struggling with suicidal thoughts.
And it might be hard now, and it might continue to be hard, but life is worth living. You don't know what's out there for you, and you're going to miss out on so much. And taking your own life will devastate the people that love you, and you don't want to put them through that.
Behind each of these backpacks is a story of someone who lost their life to suicide. Their memories never forgotten.
A young man came up to me and hugged me. I hugged him back. And he'd lost his father 2 days before. But he wanted to come out to see the backpacks.
A story of someone who was loved, is loved, and will always be loved. Something President Nelsen never wants you to forget.
There's somebody out there that loves you.
They're a tremendous couple. They really are.
He's quite a guy.
Absolutely. Now, keep in mind here, mental health experts say they're reminding all of you to watch for the signs of suicide, changes in daily life, behavior changes, personal hygiene, eating habits. If you see these signs or you're feeling suicidal, please get help immediately.
There is a phone number you can call. It's the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. It's 1-800-273-8255. We'll be right back.